Howdy, this video covers square root functions. Now a square root function has the parent function of f of x equals the square root of x. It can also be written as f of x equals x raised to the 1/2, as well as f of x equals the square root of x. The square root function is the inverse of a quadratic function, okay? The opposite of x squared, which is a quadratic function, is just the square root of x, okay? Opposites. Now, the domain of our parent function is x such that x is greater than or equal to 0, and the range is y such that y is greater than or equal to 0. In standard form, our square root function is a square root of b times x minus h plus k. A compresses the function if the absolute value of a is less than 1, or stretches the function if the absolute value of a is greater than 1. H shifts the graph left if h is positive, shifts the graph right if h is negative. K shifts the graph up if k is positive. If k is negative, it shifts the graph down. A negative in front of your a flips the graph across the x-axis, and a negative in front of your b flips the graph across the y-axis. The domain and range, given our standard equation, is just going to be x such that x is greater than or equal to h if b is positive, and if b is negative, it's going to be x such that x is less than or equal to h. Your range will be y such that y is greater than or equal to k if a is positive, and if a is negative, y such that y is less than or equal to k. Now, our connections between our quadratic function and our square root function. If we were to take the inverse of our quadratic function, we would get f of x equals the square root of x. And if we were to graph that, we would just get this single leg here of our quadratic function, but this time facing to the right instead of up. Now, if we were to take the inverse of our actual graph here to the left, then we would have the top leg and the bottom leg of our function, well, of the inverse. But if you see here, this is not a function because it doesn't pass the vertical line test. It passes through it twice. Therefore, we need to split this up into two functions. The inverse of your graph is two functions. It's going to be, the top portion will be f of x equals the square root of x. The bottom portion would be f of x equals negative square root of x. As you see, the negative flipped your equation, flipped your graph across the x-axis. That's all, folks. Pretty simple introduction. If you missed anything, you can go ahead and pause it, rewind it and pause it, and copy down anything you missed. Thanks for watching. Bye.